Another episode, Bedtime Stories with Aaaaggghhhhhh. Tonight we have the boy who saw the zombie.
That's the other night.
I gotta do it again because I didn't record it. So, there was a boy going to bed after brushing his teeth and putting his pajamas on and eating his dinner. Doing everything his mother told him to do. And then he went to bed. It was late. And he heard moans coming out from his window. It was summertime. And all he could hear was So he jumped up and looked out his window. Down his driveway he could see a shadow man walking past his driveway.
Do you know who Shadow Man is? He's real. He drives on a motorcycle.
Right, let me finish my story. Great. Tell me that after the story. So, the boy was watching this shadow pass his driveway and moan, and his arms were sticking straight out in front of him. He said, and then he disappeared on the other side of the driveway, not knowing where he went. So the boy was scared, but he went back to bed and didn't hear the moaning no more. Finally fell asleep. Got up the next morning, got dressed, and ran down for his breakfast. He told his mother what he'd seen. His mother said, "You're crazy, you were dreaming." He's like, "No, I was not. I know what I saw out the window." His mother said, "You're crazy, eat your breakfast, get on your bus to go to school." So the boy had to walk out down to the end of the driveway and wait for his bus. And he kept looking to see if he would be able to see whatever was walking by, or maybe something he left behind on the road, but there was nothing there. There was no sign of the shadow man. So the next night came, and the same thing happened. He ate his dinner, brushed his teeth, put on his pajamas, took his bath, and went to bed. Staying up, though, and it took him a while to fall asleep. Finally, he falls asleep, and out of nowhere, out of the dead sound of the night, he heard it again. He raced to his window and looked out it again. There was the shadow man walking by his driveway again, moaning, sticking his hands way out beyond his face. He ran to his mother's room and woke her up. He said, "Mother, come and see." But when she got there, he was gone. She tucked him back in the bed, kissed him on the head, and said, "You know what? You need to stop watching crazy movies on the TV." So eventually he once again fell asleep and was worried and scared to think if that was a real zombie. Whatever the shadow man was, a zombie, a monster, whatever. If it would make it to his bedroom and... No. And make it to his bedroom and do something to him. So he woke up the next morning and told his mother again that this was not a dream. You need to believe me. Finally his mother said, "That's it. Tonight we're staying up in your room, and I'm going to look out your window to see what this is." So, no, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Aaron. So they both sit there and look out the window. It was the same exact time as the last 2 nights. 1 a.m. in the morning. All of a sudden they heard, and she saw him there at the end of the driveway with his arms sticking out and moaning. The creature, the shadow man, walking across their driveway. So the mother bolted downstairs, ran out the front door, hairs standing on the back of her neck, not knowing what she was getting herself into, but she had her phone in her hand and she was calling the police and telling her what was going on, and she was getting closer to the shadow man. She heard the sirens coming down the road. The shadow man looked like he was going to go out off into the woods, so she tackled him down. And oh boy, was it a big, huge surprise that the shadow man was not a zombie, was not a monster, not even an alien. The shadow man creature was Mr. Johnson down the road, her neighbor. The police arrived as she was scuffling with him and holding him down, but yet getting off of him because she knew who he was. He was screaming, "Help, help, get off of me," while the cops got out of the car. And the cops thought the mother was attacking him, but she wasn't. Mr. Johnson told the cops before they tried placing the boy's mother under arrest for attacking him and calling, they thought she was a liar. She wasn't. Mr. Johnson told them straight out, "Some officers, stop. She done nothing wrong." And he told her what the problem was. And the cop said, "Well, why should we let her go if she was attacking you?" No, he said, "I was sleepwalking. I've been doing this now for about a month, and I guess the past 3 nights I've been walking out my house, sleepwalking." Oh, was it a big laugh. He said he had to get checked out for this. They have to figure out what's wrong with him, he said. And they all apologized and didn't know what to think of that, but hey, what can you do? When sleepwalking occurs, there's nothing you can do. You can examine it, go to the doctors for it, but they have to figure out why people sleepwalk. That's all it was. And while he was walking down the street making noises, it sounded like he was a zombie or a monster. Some crazy creature from the night. So they all went home and went to bed. Mr. Johnson had to lock his door, and his wife had to get up now and had to take a new job in making sure Mr. Johnson did not walk out the door again. So they put alarms on his door. So that if he would walk out sleeping, it would make a big scream noise, siren, woo-hoo-hoo, wake him right up. So that solved his sleepwalking problem. The end.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Aaron. Good night. And as for the rest of you people, you too, this is... Yes, we'll see you for school tomorrow, Aaron. So, to conclude this story, this is just like I say, if you're just joining me, this is a new thing I've started up. It's called, of course, Bedtime Stories. I figured, shoot, the schools want me to read stories at night for my sons, ages 3 and 5. You know, I figured, why not set them up on YouTube, and hopefully maybe, I can share other stories with other kids. Another thing, if you're just joining me, I just want to let people know that I do this in the dark because no kid's imagination is the best when they have their own imagination. So, other than that, you two, we'll see you on the next one. Out.